Hey, bro.
Did Sherlock Holmes just say, "Hey, bruh"? So the BBC show Sherlock, an incredibly popular and well-received show that spawned a completely new generation of Sherlock Holmes fans, who were mostly arguing on Tumblr about who would be the top. I think Watson was winning, actually. There was a time when the showrunner Steven Moffat was working on both Sherlock and Doctor Who, and both of these shows were hugely popular. I used to be a big Doctor Who fan back then, but somehow I never watched Sherlock. It might be because I'm not really a fan of modernized adaptations. But recently I read all the original Sherlock Holmes stories, and now I'm curious, what is the most famous Sherlock Holmes adaptation like? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Filmmakers in the 2010s just loved the shaky camera, for some reason. Is it just me, or is this like the saddest looking room ever? So, as in Study in Scarlet, Watson comes to London after serving as an army doctor in Afghanistan. Except now he also goes to therapist, good for him. He keeps a gun in his drawer, understandable, and instead of a diary he writes a blog. Well, so far quite accurate. So one thing that was kept from the book is that the victim took a poisoned pill. The case itself is different, however, which happens in every adaptation as far as I know. I guess no one wants to deal with the Mormons part.
Yes, but if they are murders, how do people keep themselves safe?
Well, don't commit suicide.
Oh, thanks for the piece of wisdom, Lestrade. Thousands were saved.
What about you? Just staying in town and you get yourself sorted?
I can't afford London on an army pension.
And you couldn't bear to be anywhere else. That's not the John Watson I know.
No, not the John Watson.
Watson seems to have a bit of an anger problem here. Is that the bullpup mentioned in the book? So in the books, Watson mentions to Sherlock that he keeps a bullpup, but there is no actual bulldog pup ever mentioned. And there are many theories about what this sentence was supposed to mean, and one of the more plausible ones is that he means bad temper, which would make sense since he just came from a war. So bullpup was slang among soldiers for having a quick temper. Now the thing is, Watson is actually very calm during the whole story and never really lashes out, even if his new flatmate is Sherlock Holmes. So is that the right theory? Who knows? But perhaps the show took some inspiration here, and now we have a bit of an angry Watson. Yes, beating dead bodies is a book accurate. The first meeting, yay, that's my favorite part of the book.
Here. Use mine. Oh. Thank you.
It's an old friend of mine, John Watson.
Afghanistan or Iraq?
So some parts of the dialogues are similar, but the atmosphere is very different. It's more awkward, I would say. And Sherlock is kinda mean, question mark.
We'll meet there tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Sorry, got a dash. I think I left my riding crop in the mortuary.
Is that it?
Is that what?
We only just met. I'm gonna go look at a flat.
Problem?
In the original, he is much more excited about his scientific discovery, and the whole interaction is really awesome.
You must be Sherlock Holmes. It will create a revolution in criminal investigation. Yes, I'm Holmes. How did you know I was Watson?
Unfortunately, almost no adaptation includes this moment, so this is probably still the most accurate adaptation of their first meeting.
Well, this could be very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yes. Yes, I think so. My thoughts precisely. So I went straight ahead and moved in.
Rubbish cleaned out. Oh.
Yeah, Sherlock being a messy person is a book accurate.
Can straighten things up a bit.
Also, I love the detail with the knife and the mantelpiece.
What do you think then, Dr. Watson? There's another bedroom upstairs if you've been needing 2 bedrooms.
Of course we'll be needing 2.
Oh, don't worry, there's all sorts around here. Mrs. Turner next door's got married once.
Oh, okay, Miss Hudson is here and she ships them already. Alright.
Sherlock, the mess you've made.
Also, I'm really curious about her. She's a bit of an invisible character in the books. She has a very few lines and mostly just cooks for them. I think it's really nice the adaptations are giving her more space.
Anything interesting?
Found your website. The Science of Deduction.
What did you think?
Oh, here we can see excited Sherlock. Nice.
Brilliant! Yes! 4 serial suicides and now a note. Oh, it's Christmas.
And even more excited because there is a new murder.
Mrs. Hudson, I'll be late. Might need some food.
I'm your landlady, dear, not your housekeeper.
Something cold will do.
Don't tell me Miss Hudson ends up being his housekeeper even in 21st century. But it's really nice how she's taking care of him. Okay, so I can't play the music here because of copyright laws, but the music is an unpaid actor. I can feel how it manipulates me into liking this show.
Then there's your brother. Your phone. It's expensive, email-enabled MP3.
I forgot this is how expensive phones looked in 2010.
Are you looking for a flat share? You wouldn't waste money on this. It's a gift, then. Scratch is not one. Many over time. It's been in the same pocket as keys and coins. Man sitting next to me wouldn't treat as one luxury item like this. So it's had a previous owner. Next bit's easy. You know it already.
The engraving.
Harry Watson, clearly a family member who's given you his old phone.
So this whole scene with the phone is actually from the Sign of 4, where it happened with a watch instead.
Harry's short for Harriet.
Also there is this twist where it's not a brother, but it's actually a sister. That's pretty cool.
Hello, freak.
Who is she? A high school bully? Why are everyone so mean in this show?
Who's this?
Colleague of mine, Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson, Sergeant Sally Donovan. Old friend.
A colleague? How do you get a colleague? Did he follow you home?
Would it be better if I just waited?
No.
Oh, he's trying to leave, but Sherlock doesn't let him. That's actually a moment from Scandal in Bohemia.
I should much prefer to communicate with you alone. No, it is both or none.
So as I said, the case is different, but it does share similarities with the case in the book. The word Drache, chipped nails, golden ring, but the ping is new.
Get into the car, Dr. Watson. I would make some sort of threat, but I'm sure your situation is quite clear to you.
We are just half an hour in this show and someone is already kidnapping Watson. Okay.
Have a seat, John.
So I actually did manage to come across a few spoilers before watching this show, so I know this is Mycroft, and well, this is a very different portrayal, definitely. Mycroft in the books hates going outside. He's very introverted and more spacious, and I don't think he has a habit of kidnapping people and standing dramatically in underground basements. But what do I know? He was only in 2 short stories, which is a shame, actually.
You don't seem very afraid.
You don't seem very frightening.
Yes.
Oh no, he has the rich people laugh.
The bravery of the soldier. Bravery is by far the kindest word for stupidity, don't you think?
Also, I'm pretty sure he wasn't randomly mean in the books. He just didn't care much about people. He also didn't have a problem with Holmes. They were actually quite nice to each other. Holmes would even ask him for help sometimes.
You're not haunted by the war, Dr. Watson. You miss it. Welcome back.
Okay, why is this show so edgy?
Time to choose a side, Dr. Watson.
Choose your side. Okay, drama queen.
Hey, do you ever get any free time?
Oh yeah, lots.
So Watson is flirting with the girl who's working with his kidnapper? Is this how he gained experience spanning 3 continents?
Damn right. I can get women from 3 continents to testify for me.
Oh my gosh, is he actually doing drugs?
What are you doing?
Nicotine patch.
No, it's a nicotine patch. Okay. I guess this show is too modern for the cocaine bottle.
What is it tonight? Morphine? Or cocaine?
3 patches.
It's a 3-patch problem.
The free patch problem. The free pipe problem. Okay, I see. Also in the books, Holmes practically lives on nicotine. Everyone in the books is smoking, but he is in league of his own. He even solves one case by smoking a ridiculous number of cigarettes.
Just break into my flat.
But you can't withhold evidence, and I didn't break into your flat.
Well, what do you call this, then?
It's a drugs bust.
Okay, I take everything back. They keep it OG.
Seriously? This guy, a junkie, have you met him?
John.
I'm pretty sure you could search this flat all day. You wouldn't find anything you could call recreation.
John, you probably want to shut up now.
Yeah, but come on. No.
What?
You.
I can strongly recommend a 7% solution of cocaine. Would you care to try it?
Oh. She was clever, yes. She's cleverer than you lot, and she's dead. Do you see? Do you get it?
So Sherlock actually does discover the serial killer. It's a cab driver as in the book, except it doesn't end here. Sherlock follows this guy and then they have a battle of wits.
Okay, 2 bottles. Explain.
There's a good bottle and a bad bottle.
Thanks, Morpheus. So this serial killer is apparently also a genius, and he knows that Sherlock has a hard time resisting his own curiosity. Now Sherlock has to choose one of the bottles, one poisoned and the other not, and the cab driver takes the other. Simple enough.
Is it a bluff? Or a double bluff? Or a triple bluff?
Still just chance.
4 people in a row, it's not chance.
Luck.
It's genius.
But you must have known I was not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
So the carrot on the stick here is that Sherlock can't resist the temptation of the game. Sherlock deduces everything about this guy, recognizes a fake gun, but still almost takes the pill. Except... Wow, alright, that was brutal. I didn't expect that. Damn, that was a cold-blooded murder. I mean, yeah, Watson and Sherlock do kill a few people in the books, and they are not exactly sorry about it, but usually it's like in self-defense or some kind of accident. Like, yeah, sure, they do break the law sometimes, but this was unexpected.
A name! Now!
And Sherlock is just torturing a dying person? What? Is this the dark timeline of Sherlock Holmes? This show is crazy.
The name!
Of course it's a Moriarty. Who else it would be? Did you know that Moriarty is actually not mentioned at all until he appears in the final problem? I don't think Arthur Conan Doyle was actually thinking that far ahead. He just wanted to get rid of Sherlock Holmes so he could write historical fiction in peace, and boom, now we have a Moriarty. And every adaptation loves Moriarty. There always has to be a Moriarty. Oh, look at him, looking so innocent, not like someone who just shot a man.
Always so aggressive. It never occurred to you that you and I belong on the same side?
Oddly enough, no.
Why are they so dramatic? I know it's for the humor, but okay, alright, sure.
That's true, he was a bad cabbie. Should have seen the route he took us to get here.
Stop. So we can't giggle as a crime scene.
But it's nice to see them just giggle and laugh together. They really seem to become a good friends in the span of this one episode. So, what do I think about the first episode? I think I quite like it, even if it's definitely different from the books, which makes sense. The Mormon story would not really work in modern setting. It barely worked in its own time. What I liked was the amount of references to the original story, and the characters do share important characteristics. Well, I'm not sure about Mycroft, he feels more like a mafia leader. And also now he and Sherlock hate each other for some reason, but alright. There are also some new characters. So far I don't hate them, they seem alright. I kinda liked this guy, he's funny.
Anderson, what are you doing here on a drugs bust?
Oh, I volunteered.
Also, I'm not sure why everyone is so mean to each other. Like, they kinda sound like little kids at times. Like Sherlock Holmes, the kindergarten version. Like, they are just so petty, you know? Even Sherlock Holmes here seems to me a bit like an overgrown kid or a moody teenager. I mean, sure, the original Sherlock Holmes is also moody, he's mean to police officers, and he's almost arrogant at times. But I would still say he is way more mature. I don't think he would fall for the mystery pill at the end. Also, the book Holmes can communicate with people if he wants. One important difference I notice is the way he uses his deduction skills when he's talking to people. In books, he is trying to impress his clients, or when someone does not believe the whole "the greatest detective alive" thing, he shows them his skills to prove himself. But in this show, he weaponized it. He uses it to humiliate and embarrass people. He's not above dragging out their secrets just to get what he wants.
And is your wife away for long?
Oh, don't pretend you worked that out. Somebody told you that.
Your deodorant told me that.
My deodorant.
It's for men.
Well, of course it's for men. I'm wearing it.
So, Sergeant Donovan.
But what I liked is that this was really Watson's episode. I mean, yeah, sure, Sherlock is the star, he solves the case, he is the only consulting detective in the world, and occasionally a madman, but Watson is the one who came home from war, has no one, really doesn't feel good, mentally or physically, but over the course of this episode, he forgets about the gain, he gains confidence, and he gets infected so well, he even completes his recovery with a murder. Yeah, this show is wild. The second episode is called The Blind Banker. And I think it's a bit of a blend of The Sign of 4 and The Valley of Fear. There is a locked room murder mystery that is most likely the Sign of 4 reference. The description of the killer seems similar to Tonga from the same book. except he is not a native of the Andaman Islands, but a Chinese acrobat. There are these symbols that Sherlock has to decipher, and they kinda reminds me of the adventure of the Dancing Man, but the concept of coded message using words from a certain book comes from the Valley of Fear. Also, in the Sign of a Four they are searching for Indian treasure. Here it is all about Chinese artifacts, which might also be a nod to the Illustrious Client, where the main culprit collects Chinese pottery. Also, the name of the criminal organization is Black Lotus Dong, so you know, Dong, Tonga, also a reference. This episode is very adventurous and has a lot of funny moments, however I think I liked the first episode more. I'm not even sure what bothered me about this one, but it just seemed weaker to me. There were many moments where I was like, why is this happening? Like, for example, why the hell did this girl have to die? I understand her only narrative purpose is to be a poor innocent victim, but these two were right next to her. Come on. Why are they running around like a headless chicken instead of staying with her? I mean, she is the target. They know he is coming after her. Where else would the murderer go? Look at the pottery.
I have to go and help him. Bolt the door after me.
Oh, come on. Sherlock has a gun. This girl has nothing except her sad backstory. Where are you going? I know that in the end it seems that she accepted her fate since she didn't bolt the door and simply waited for the murderer. But come on, what are these two even good for if they can't protect the person they are standing right next to? Also, Watson is on a killing spree. I know he was in the army, but damn. He shot the guy in the first episode and now he hits this guy with a huge arrow. At least this one it looks like an accident, but I'm not so sure it was.
Don't worry about me, I can manage.
As for Watson and Sherlock, their relationship becomes quite cold. I mean, I know they still don't know each other that well, but is this show trying to tell me that Sherlock doesn't care that Watson has no money? That he doesn't care that the police got him? He sends him out again? He orders him around? What? Huh? Why? Who is this terrible person? I mean, alright. Book Holmes also has a flaw. He also gets hyper-focused on his cases, sometimes maybe with ignoring Watson. He often leaves him in the dark until the end of the case, and he occasionally even lies to him to use him in some kind of a scheme. Personally, I kinda think Watson should punch Holmes at the end of The Dying Detective, but that is just my little opinion. But this Sherlock is still on a different level of rudeness. I mean, do you know how Holmes talks to Watson in canon?
I really have some scruples taking you tonight. There's a distinct element of danger.
If I can be of assistance.
It's very kind of you.
While the BBC Sherlock is like...
Got to be in magistrate's court on Tuesday.
What?
Me, Sherlock, in court on Tuesday. They're giving me an ASBO.
Good, fine.
Fine, you do that. I'm going to take Sarah for a pint.
I need your help.
I do have a couple of other things on my mind this evening.
Like what?
Well, now the sentence, I believe that I am one of the most long-suffering of mortals, makes even more sense. So far, the person I like the most is Miss Hudson. She's great. I love her. More of her, please.
Cup of tea would be lovely, thank you.
Just this once, dear. I'm not your housekeeper.
A couple of biscuits too, if you've got them.
Not your housekeeper.
Also, they are hinting at Moriarty from the start in like every episode. I'm not sure about it. On one hand, it's like good foreshadowing that he will show up later. On the other hand, does everything has to be about Moriarty? And as for Moriarty himself, he is quite edgy, and I mean like really edgy.
I'll burn you. I will burn the heart out of you.
Okay. So after the first 3 episodes, I think I like the show. I mean, I finally get used to the fact that the stories have nothing to do with the books, except for some references and allusions. Like, there's a lot of references and allusions, and you can see that the authors of this show read the books. I mean, yeah, the influence is here, but it's definitely very different. It's not perfect, it has its flaws, but it's entertaining. I will give them that. I think my favorite things about this show so far are Miss Hudson and the music. I think the music actually manipulated me into liking this show. I feel like every time I'm ready to complain about something, the music start playing and these two just start to like smile at each other, and I'm like, all right, you got me. I actually like this. So I'm going to finish this show, but I also want to check out some of the more accurate adaptations later. And that's all from me today. Bye! Actually, wait, not so fast. Here is a Libris from future. So as I was editing this video, I actually finished the rest of the show, and well, what to say to it? It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Sometimes I feel like someone should check on Moffat when he's writing and tell him that simpler is sometimes better. It's like he just can't write simple stories. Everything always has to be too overcomplicated, overdramatic, over the top, and every final of the season has to be somehow grander than the previous one. Also, he can't let the characters just be what they already are, or just let them be simple simple people. Everyone has to be some kind of a mastermind, spy, or crazy person. Are we sure Rosie is not already employed by Moriarty? I wouldn't be surprised by that twist, actually. Also, everyone is always bluffing and lying and never tells each other what they think in simple words, to the point you have to wonder what is supposed to even matter in the story. Oh, you got emotionally invested in this scene? Too bad there are going to be 3 other plot twists about how all of them are lying. And the reason is that no one in this show can handle emotions. Maturity is a foreign word for all of them. Also, I wonder why every time Moffat is the showrunner, his main character has to be a person who doesn't understand normal emotions at all and needs to have his best friends act like they are his parents. Sorry, wrong show. If I had a nickel for every time this happens, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. By the way, I didn't know this when I watched it for the first time, but Scandal in Belgravia is basically a copy of the private life of Sherlock Holmes. There is way too many similar scenes to call this just inspiration. I mean, even the final letter is stolen. It's true they added their own plot twist in the end, but still. The only differences are the missing Loch Ness monster and the absence of Christopher Lee as a Mycroft. Overall, the show keeps shifting between a crazy spy thriller and an emotional soap opera. I think the biggest problem is that there are only 3 episodes per season, so most of them act like a big finale or a grand opening. The show simply needed more episodes, not because I loved it that much, but because we don't get the simpler stories, the more ordinary cases. We get only montages of them solving stuff, but we never get to see it. I think one of the reasons why I enjoyed the canon so much is that the cases are often about ordinary people and the answer to the mystery can be something absolutely simple. Some cases seem like a murder mystery at the start, but end up having really innocent and funny solutions. And then some cases do not seem too serious at the start, but lead to a horrifying ending with multiple people dead. You never know. And it's great because thanks to that, the stories can be funny, scary, a bit soap opera-ish, more adventurous and action-like, romantic, and yes, there is a certain level of repetitiveness, but I can't say I was bored. I mean, if you want to have a show with 2 protagonists experiencing adventures together, then just show us the adventures, not just the big moments of their lives. I would love to watch them discover it was a jellyfish.
A jellyfish?
I know.
You can't arrest a jellyfish.
You could try.
We did try.
I want a modern version of The Dancing Man. I would love to see a full case where Sherlock has to deduce a case for a client who can't remember what happened to them. Just give me the smaller stories. I think the show sometimes feels like a gutted fish. The skin and the backbone are still there, but when you open it, something is just missing. Is that a weird metaphor? I don't know. So yeah, this show is a mess, but entertaining one. I can't say I was bored. It's also really well filmed, the actors are brilliant, the music is perfect, and every shot is memorable. Like, I will give them that. I have to say I did not expect to hear Sinnerman in this show, but it actually worked really well. Like, that was a cool moment. Also, I like the emotional or dramatic moments when they just drop the music and dialogues and just let the actors act. But you know what? As I was watching the last episode, which was basically a Saw movie for some reason, I realized that the characters had really grown on me. So I guess the emotional blackmail this show delivered actually worked. And in the end, we even got a happy ending. The Holmes family is reunited, John and Sherlock are living together again and taking care of Rosie. They rebuilt their Baker Street flat and they are solving cases again. Well, alright, they won. I'm a weak person. I admit I enjoyed this show, even if I actually hated like half of the stuff that happened. But somehow, emotionally, they got me. It had to be the music, there is no other way. And that's truly everything from me today. Bye!